Was that like a?
That's where the ball's going, right out there.
I thought you said where the balls are going.
Let's go.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Warming up.
You got live?
Got to do some stretching exercises.
Just a little bit of coffee. Chicago whiskey, Bigfoot.
That was actually before Yeti cooler. Well, about the time Yeti stuff started to arrive on.
They gave us a cease and desist order. Stop, dummies. Stop.
Second annual. 12 hours of boom.
Woo, we're rolling in at 10 a.m.
Let's just pour our sample real quick. Last year we started with Balvenie Ton 1509 batch 3.
Batch 3. This is batch 4.
Well, it was a sample that was sent to us by Sam Spears.
What are we going to do?
It leads to the infamous story. I go out, I got to find a bottle. I get one. I drop it in my driveway.
Dropped, crashed, broken.
We get another.
Right.
This year, a while back, Sam had arranged for us to get the batch 4. We saved it just for this. And
I barely did.
We're going to.
You like how I'm leaning in? Oh, that was it? That was the handoff? We're going to test it! 12 hours, dummy style. And I brought in the Mongan, the crazy hat.
Just for one episode.
Woo! What are you talking about? What? I got enough crazy shirts. I did want to bring back Grandma's yard hat, though.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, everybody
that'll be tuning in today. It's a long day.
Long day. We're going to be pacing ourselves.
We don't expect people to be here for the whole 12 hours.
What?
But
I do.
Some do.
Right. So, we got one whiskey club that's made an event out of it.
That's right.
They've gathered. There's men right now gathered. I picture them with like thick cut bacon. Someone's grilling up some eggs, maybe a little hash browns. They're all hanging out and they're sipping with us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we're going. We're going to cover, this one's just us. This opener's us because we got to get up to speed.
Yep.
And we've got a few things we're going to cover. There'll be some giveaways, crazy hats, and questions.
312, by the way.
And 311 capped off. Now, since it's just us, we won't have a chance to do this for every show because we're going to be turning and burning. But who's in with us now? Who's in? Who do we got?
Oh,
OJ for Hire's in. Also, we wanted to cover, there's a big push here. We like to use our 12 hours of boom. New subscribers. If you've thought about subscribing and haven't, you want to because that's the only way you're going to get some of the giveaways that we're going to do. The other thing is we've got a whole separate set of giveaways for all our Patreon Super Scotch Gods.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
continuing from last
year. We've got 97 now. So if you come in and support on Patreon, you got a much better chance of winning.
Let's go look to see what your chance. Last year, if you were a Patreon supporter,
like
you had, I was going to say, I think we were around 46 supporters.
I think so.
We gathered several. We had 28 Patreon supporters last year at this time. We're up to 97. So thank you to all our Patreon supporters.
Yes,
you actually helped us last night because we did a test run.
Gosh, yes.
We had both of our webcams in the same place because we've got a separate setup over here in the corner for Cousin Shane and Shakes Pennington. They won't be here till later today. They had some plans.
We had none.
But yeah. So we set up both cameras, both webcams, 2 different computers, 2 different setups, and we noticed one of the webcams was off.
Yeah, it wouldn't focus. So boom, Patreon funds, went out, bought a brand new Logitech camera. We're up and running, and it's looking good.
That's right.
Good. All right, let's see. Hey, everybody. Scott Swing is in. Look at that. Metalman 71. Got some folks coming in. So, again, got a manga shirt going on. Boom. And one of the early hats.
Just go through real quick. Bird Dog, Gregor, Raster, Amy W., Kevin Maotto, George Kaplan, Ryan Burnett, Thomas Buck, Scotty Swing, Metalman 71, Jason C., Jason Fisk, Mr. Bill. Oh, no, Mr. Bill. Jesse Voisin, Scotch Trooper is here. He wants some bacon. We want some bacon in your Lafroig boil pan there. Pour some Lafroig on that bacon.
Fair call.
Raster, Jeffrey E. Patron, Hoyt Hempel is here. Apu de Geest, Jason Coates, V. Rich, John Post, Travis Faircloth.
be seeing Lana Lou soon.
Lana Lou, Rombout's here. My Bourbon Journey, Scott. He's joining us later today. So is Scotch Trooper. Tom R, Go Habs, Marty Neary, a bunch of people tuning in. Great show to start off with.
All right.
If I didn't say your name, I apologize. I see Richie Z. I don't know if I said you. We got you.
Right. A couple things we're going to be doing as well. Well, we're going to sign something right now. We'll each sign one. We want to get that going. But a couple things we're going to be doing. One is we wanted to ask some scripted questions for each of our guests. So that way there's a little bit of continuity running through each of the episodes that has a guest on it. So we're going to open that up a little bit because we probably would like to have one or two other questions. Let me tell you some of the questions and we'll answer these. How about we answer these first? Now, I think we're going to hold these. So we had the one idea to ask a guest. You're stranded on an island. By the way, Scott had this question. It was like a story. It was like the pirate ship had sunk and it smelled like a good old Isla, but you're now stranded on this island in the Caribbean, and a chest floats up, and as you open it, the question is, are you hoping for one really, really good whiskey? You don't know how long you're going to be on said island, or 10 fairly with the mill. So are you looking
just
for
lesser? Do you want one really good whiskey or 10 bottles of a lesser whiskey?
Yeah, and you could be there. It could be like Castaway. You're there for years. What would you do? What would you want? So there's one of the questions. If you had a whiskey hat, who made up this question? I don't know. If you had a whiskey hat, what kind of hat would it be? I've got a lot of whiskey hats. This is one of my whiskey hats. So if you had a whiskey hat, if you put it on when you sip your whiskey, what would it be? There, I like this one. We've got to have a little dissension going on in the show. So if you could hang with only one of the dummies, which dummy would it be? And do you even have a reason? That's all I'm saying. And then we had in your favorite movie, because when we first started the live shows, we would ask guests that just to keep things moving, see what they had in a topic. And what did I do? Who did I ask? Do we even want to mention who it was?
No,
Don. Asked him, what was his favorite movie? I know I slid it in there anyway. And he was like, oh, I'm not sure. And then I said, oh, there's the question. Don't give that answer. Maybe that's the one who wins this first one.
Bunch of people want 10 bottles. Very few only want one good bottle of whiskey.
Woo.
Most people are answering they want 10 bottles of a lesser whiskey.
Right.
I was going to say, I saw a few more people tuning in. Jason Whiskey Wise was here. Carl Van Vollegem was here. He says, of course, his name is easy to pronounce.
Yes.
Gary McKnight. Did I see that name? There he is.
So we've got how many names on the Patreon side? And that might be going up. So if you're not already, and many of you are a Patreon supporter, if you end up supporting today, we'll add your name to the list. Make sure you can get in on both sides of the contest here. What?
Tom R wants to pick Shane. Go Habs wants your wife.
Oh, yeah. Puerto Rican.
Andy Walker says me. It seems like it'd be less work.
Oh, yeah, that's true. A lot less work. Yeah, and if you want quiet, contemplative moments, probably not here. Nas 83 is tuning in. He's a magnificent bastard, joining in to support the master sommelier. Daniel is joining us at 11.
Yeah. So those that are new are tuning in. What we're going to do, this is 12 hours. We've got 12 different episodes. We'll go for about 45 to 50 minutes. Then we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll shut down this video. They're all posted on our channel. You can go to each one and wait if you want, or you can watch each one as we go.
Right.
So Daniel Whittington from the Whiskey Vault, the Whiskey Tribe, that magnificent bastard, will be joining us at 11.
Not the mooch.
That's right. The mooch was busy today.
Right. Rex was busy. Rex looks like Matt.
Let's move into the Balvenie
store.
Balvenie.
You've been all over this. You even asked someone in the know.
Someone coming up later today that's on the show, correct pronunciation. I was told it can be Balvenie or Balvenie, either one, but it's not Ball.
Which I always want to go to the ball.
We started with Bal, and then we were corrected several times and said, no, it's Balvenie. I'm
going to tell you this.
Now we're being told it's Bal, so I got to switch
double
back.
Shirt on. Starting to heat up.
I'm going in on the Balvenie ton 1509 batch 4.
Our goal is
A couple people
to keep whiskey fun.
A couple people have pointed out if the kids are online because the video is a little jerky.
Wow.
We're hardwired in. If there's any interference, it's nothing we can do anything about because it's going to be the network.
Wow. Well, I might have one kid on
but that
Netflix.
Oh,
he's
Netflix.
not watching a movie though.
That's downloading though. As long as nobody's messing with uploads.
Nobody is. Yeah. There's no Fortnite going.
If there's any interference, which I don't think there's a guarantee there wouldn't be, but it's just I think it's going to be the network.
We are hardwired in, and we've got it ratcheted up to the fastest speed we can possibly get.
Yeah.
So we'll see how she rolls. What do you got?
Wow, very buttery, creamy, sherry, rich vanillas.
See, I get an allspice on the nose.
Almonds. Yeah, allspice.
Look at that. This is too hot. We may have to forego that hat right now. Whew. Already overheating. Off to mow the lawn. Go bourbon.
Yeah, Jason got a couple more common laggy videos. So I don't think there's anything we can do. You're gonna have to let it work itself out. Or you're gonna have to call Cox out and have them come out on a Saturday and check the network.
On the first break, I will give them a call and they can at least check on it live. See what's going on.
That is good. 51.
Right. Buttery cream.
51.7%.
Ooh. Go back in. The finish is a little dry, a little astringent, but I've been sipping down the coffee too.
So let's look at our guest lineup for today for those tuning in. Up next, Daniel Whittington from the Whiskey Vault.
So
at noon, Lisa, also known as the Cocktail Maven, is joining us.
Right. She sent a whole package. We're going to be putting together some cocktails. Sorry, I'm wafting. Keep going.
Glenfiddich ambassador Jennifer Wren joining us from California. Yeah. Take a look at Glenfiddich.
Right.
And then at 2 o'clock p.m., that's at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time. At 2 o'clock, Macallan Nicholas joining us. And we'll take a look at the Edition series from Macallan. 3 o'clock, Scotch Trooper is joining us. And we've got a Compass Box, the Muse.
The Muse
we felt like
is
sharing.
Out. Yeah, he felt like sharing. That's right out of his collection.
At 4 o'clock, Canadian author Davin Decaux.
Book right back there if it's on. Yeah, kind of just over your shoulder. It's a good read.
We're going to look at Crown Royal's Bourbon Mash and talk Canadian whiskey. Hopefully he'll teach us something. We learn stuff every day.
Yep, we've already learned a little bit. We know that you shouldn't call it a bourbon mash.
5 o'clock p.m. Janine Rocht from Clear Creek Distillery. It makes McCarthy's Oregon single malt.
A great American Oregon single malt.
We brought her back. She was such a great guest to have on, and
she sent some brandy that they make as well.
Yeah.
So on top of their Oregon single malt or their Oregon single malt.
6 o'clock p.m. Central tonight. Whiskey Library DC. Big on Instagram. Brian and Tim. They host organized tastings in the DC area, and then they do a lot of single barrel picks as well that they're involved in. Yep. When we hooked up with them last night, they do some stuff that I didn't even know could be done.
They did some magical stuff with Whiskey Pig.
So
and the mash. Is that secret?
No.
Oh,
it's not Whiskey Pig though. Whistle Pig.
That's what I meant to say that, but whiskey came out.
Yeah,
I'm always worried. I said something secret once and I about got beat to death. Sorry, not Whiskey Pig.
Yeah,
that's probably me.
Whiskey Pig
that's a good nickname right there. If someone doesn't have that as their Twitter handle, that would fit our crowd. Actually,
Whiskey Pig.
Yeah, are you the Whiskey Pig?
7 o'clock p.m. tonight. Scott, another whiskey tuber, has a channel called My Bourbon Journey. He'll be joining us. We're taking a look at MGP's new release of Rossville Rye.
Oh, and I've been looking forward to that one. I may have snuck some last night.
Now, we saved for the last guest spot at 8 o'clock tonight, Dr. Rob Horovitz.
The doctor. Dr. Rob will be in. He'll be checking on our livers.
We wanted to talk about the health effects, good and bad, of whiskey.
Well, last year, you'll remember we had Dr. Shane on, who was more of like a doctor on TV. So, look at that. We got Canadian 279, Scotty
Cowbell.
Swing. Canadian pennies to start the day off right, boys. That's right. So we got to explain the cowbell because we got people on that haven't been on before.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's always good to have more cowbell. So when we get super chats in, the cowbell gets rung. Sometimes we get a big super chat. It gets rung around the world even. We'll do a round the world cowbell. Nothing better than some good cowbell.
Scotty, he says, I donated and England scored. Woohoo! So the World Cup is going today. So thanks to everybody that has time to take time out from the World Cup and tune in to us.
Woo!
Anyway, though, Dr. Rob Horovitz, he's got his own YouTube channel as well. He's got a podcast. He does. He's a health and wellness doctor.
You're right.
And so if we don't like what he's saying, we're just going to hit the mute button.
No. He's very nice. We on our test run we did with him yesterday. Actually, that was Kismet. We were just talking about, you had the idea, let's get a doctor on. Boom. He sends a little note. Hey, love your channel. Da-da-da-da-da. And we're like, you want to be on? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So come back. I know you don't have the comparison. You love, it may be one of batch 3, the ton batch 3 may be one of your favorite whiskeys.
Yeah, it'd be up there.
It's in your top 10, you would say.
Oh, definitely top 10.
Okay. Of all time. How is this from your memory recollection?
Good.
Just to bring it back to the whiskey.
Good, and it would have been done to do side by side. Unfortunately, we have to monitor how much we're drinking through the day. Now, if this was a regular stream, maybe we do that in the future as compare them side. I can remember though the batch 3 really knocking my socks off as soon as it.
You did. Now maybe I was a little more like, so it's good, and then you called me nuts.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah,
but it bears saying. Doing a 12-hour show, we've got to ease in on the whiskey. Now, we both know we can metabolize about an ounce an hour, and we tested this last year, and we did fine. So we're staying at about half an ounce to an ounce per segment. We're going to full haul, though. That's a full 12 hours.
We've got water, we've got food, we've got coffee.
Yep, so. Lots of things, lots of coffee and water. And I want to mention last year when we did the 12 hours of boom, the whole family was over in Puerto Rico. This year, they're upstairs. So if you hear a kid scream, the chupacabra, which is a dog bark, how many times can I say chupacabra in 12 hours? It'll all just be part of the show. If a small child suddenly pops in, we'll be getting them to pop out, but anything could happen. And I don't just mean cousin Shane when I say small child. All right, now you're watching the comments. We know the comments are going to roll, and we're not going to be able to really catch all of them.
Right.
We'll especially once we get guests. Doing a 12 segments, 12 hours straight. There is a bit of an ad hoc feel. We'll have our musical guest probably coming in around 7. Of course, we'll retire this show. The last one will be out at the fire pit as it turns night.
Musical guests will be here around 3 to 4.
Oh, they're coming in earlier. I thought they were coming in more around 6 or 7. Gotcha. No. 3 to 4. Cool. Well, they found out there was free whiskey.
Yep.
They were like, we'll be there.
Yeah. That's why we didn't want them here from the start.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There'd be like, yeah, you think children. Yeah, they don't. There's not a lot of sipping going on there. It was like, pour me some more of that cash strength. Oh,
let's talk a little bit too about October and our 5th anniversary.
Good call.
We have a page up on our website right now. It just went live a little bit ago. With details about October 19th and 20th. It's our 5th anniversary. We won't talk about this in every episode.
No.
We probably won't have time, but since this is the first one and it's just us.
Well, there's a reason, too. We're doing our first and hopefully our first annual whiskey gathering right here in Wichita, Kansas. We're going to have a dinner at Scotch and Sirloin with an organized whiskey tasting with Ben Dietrich, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. That's a Friday event. And then we've got a Saturday event that is going to be, you had a head shake that I get.
No, I'm walking. There's still a lot of comments about the video being bad.
Dang it.
I know.
I wish we could do something more. You know what? You want me to call Cox live right now and say, hey, fix it?
You might have them checked. Well, no, because they're going to have you on there and hit 4 if you want this, hit 3 if you want this.
Well, okay. I'll do it at the break.
Then you're going to have to.
I'll do it on the break. That would be very entertaining. So, I mean, you would think right now we'd be smoking. So are you able to run a speed test real quick? Let's see what our uploads are.
I don't know if you want to do it while you're streaming.
Well,
we'll do it on the break.
Okay, we'll do it on the break. We'll check that. We'll do a speed test.
We apologize. We're hardwired in. We did a test run last night. Usually your speeds are good.
Killing it.
It's just got to be the network.
So But that's too bad that they're still. Where was I at? Oh, so then the Saturday, October 20th, there's a gathering over at All Things Barbecue, and then come 5 o'clock, they close the doors. You'll only be able to get in with a wristband. Cousin Shane and Shakes Pennington, we think, are going to be there doing some music. We're going to have a lot of different ambassadors there, letting sample different whiskeys. All Things Barbecue, they have their own YouTube show, and they have a chef that works with smoked meats, and they'll be serving food there. It'll be again a whiskey hangout, non-pretentious. Are you pretentious?
No, absolutely not.
Me neither. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. Come on. All right, because our whole deal, we got two things really that we do on the show. One is when you watch the Scotch Test Dummies, you're seeing our progression. We are whiskey dummies, but we're dove in, we're experiencing, we're getting better as we go. The second thing you get is it's whiskey fun. We believe it should be fun. Yeah, it's nice to have a sampling glass to get some nose on it, but you drink the whiskey the way you want to drink it, and have fun with it. So
a lot of comments about the video is fine. So
okay.
maybe there's just a network out there, or a certain provider that's running slow or something. Several people have said the video is fine.
Excellent. Well,
so we're getting some of both. Yeah,
we're good to have both in then.
If there's people that are having perfectly fine video, though, then it's probably some other people's network.
Now, is this Eric? What's he saying? I love this, and be there, say when. Is he talking about our whiskey gathering?
That's the 5th anniversary.
Yep.
Details are up on our webpage, ScotchTestDummies.com, under the events tab.
Yep.
For our 5th anniversary,
October 19th and 20th. So,
yep.
And again, if this goes well, we're hoping to continue to do it. The idea, and I wanted to throw in there's this hotel that's about 4 blocks away from our main event, which is at All Things Barbecue. It's like 100-year-old hotel. It's all been refurbished. It's called the Drury Inn. They've got this front part of their building with all these couches and chairs, and it's just this perfect hangout spot. And they've already said, your people stay here. We got a rate discount if they're from out of town and they want to stay here. If they're guests that just hang out, we can all hang out in this front area. I just picture the single malt coming out, the blends, whatever you're into, and we're all hanging out, having a good time. And I want to see a lot of manga shirts. Bring your manga shirt. Isn't that what you were looking forward to, was manga?
No, there's
Scott loves manga
and no board games.
No, there could be a few board games. You guys got to try this game called Love Letter.
Let's not scare off the new people that are watching.
Hey, it's 16 cards.
Like a Brolic Whiskey who's tuning in.
I bet you Brolic loves board games.
Tortianen. Jonas Tortian.
Wow. I gave my old name before.
Santa Cruzan. I don't know if we shouted out to Santa Cruzan earlier.
The Santa.
Tom R has his. He's got one of our hand blown dropper sets.
Hand blown.
He says he's got it set up for the long haul today.
Hanging in. Claire the Third's on. Whoa.
Oh yeah, Brolic Whiskey. We are in Wichita, Kansas, right in the middle of the United States.
Pretty much dead center. This is where Boeing made its B-29, baby. Woo. Where are we at minute time-wise?
Christina Zerpoli is here. She's on your side. Love letters and amazing simple game.
Thank you. It's a 16-card game packed full of intrigue. Play a card or take a card, play a card. It sounds simple.
Bonfire, V. Rich. Bonfire. Big Los is here.
Woo! Ticket to Ride's another good game.
He's in the Pacific Northwest having coffee. So are we had a big breakfast this morning. I usually don't eat a big breakfast, but I did today just to help me.
You basically have prepare. What I call a Bart breakfast. Scrambled eggs, bacon, breakfast sausage. I usually don't do the hash browns. I'm on this keto low carb deal. Not no carb, but low carb. Whiskey's allowed, by the way. Right into the diet. Woo!
So t-shirts we did not have time. We've got t-shirts up just for today for the 12 Hours of Boom. If you're a survivor, we call it the 12 Hours of Boom survivor shirt. It's up on the website, be available for a limited time. We'll probably keep them up for a week or two. I think that's what we gave people last year. Was
this one's a little bit of
10 days.
We wanted it to be different. The other one was kind of like a billboard. It looked kind of like this poster behind us. This new one is a little bit more of just boom and then the stamp.
Got our new, yep, got the
And then it
miniature
just says 2018. So it's
version
a
of
little
that one.
more in the austere version.
Big Los is tuning in. He saw my post, the Glenfiddich. I had the Glenfiddich 12 sitting out with my breakfast. I did not have any of it with my breakfast. I brought the bottle over just so
if you got prepped early
for one of our shows today.
All right, if we're going to track, it's a good time. Why don't we first do one of your little questions? Do you want to give away one of the bumper stickers right now that we've signed? We could do some kind of general question, see who answers. I know we got a lot of new guests. Well, we could do something I've already mentioned.
Hey, Scott Adamson is here from Tomatin.
Tomatin's in the house. You'll see we may have a Tomatin box in the background. Scott will know what that is.
It's hidden by your manga shirt.
Sorry, there, I moved. You can see it. There's a dummy on it. Do you want to give away a bumper sticker or you wait?
Question.
I'm telling you right now, what do I call my German Shepherd, especially when it makes itself known by barking during the show? I mentioned it already. So this isn't an inside baseball question. It's been said.
First person to answer correctly gets a free.
That's right. And you don't have to spell it correctly.
That's going to be a lot of shipping.
I can barely
to keep track of.
You bet. We're going to get it, and they'll have to. We'll keep it low. We'll keep it low. Dan E says our feed just started running slow in New Jersey.
Jesse Voisin just guessed it.
Woo!
Well, okay. Now here's the deal. A couple people got in there real close.
We go by the time though.
Well, we have to go by our screen because some people's
screen is different.
Might show that it reached the server.
Yep.
Sooner.
So we got
Jesse Voisin got it right with
right.
Chupacabra.
Natty was right after, but let's put Jesse Voisin down. All right, for the bumper sticker. And write on, let me see it. I'll write it on the back. So we know. Let me see it. Let me see it. You got to keep it together. You got to keep it together. Woo! I'm going to put Jesse. And I'm going to put Jesse Eagle Commander. I don't know what that is. Bam. Boom.
You have to be quicker.
That was pretty quick. What are you talking about?
People are waiting for you to write on there.
Well, you can fill time. I fill time. You'll be in there like, hold on. How can I be blabbing and not filling time?
I'm right down there. Jesse Voisin, Eagle Commander. I got
Velvet
it.
Elvis. Velvet Elvis. Now, this may pop up later. Velvet Elvis is when I talk too much, I get Velvet Elvis. It's our safe word. Yes, the Scotch test dummies have their own safe word, and it really means shut up, Bart.
Then this has to be for a Patreon supporter.
Exactly. That's what it is, of course.
Okay.
So you're going to run that right now. We already have it. I've got my deal up that'll show, again, if you end up supporting us on Patreon, which you can do right now. Part of this show is it's also does help us. It's a big push for Patreon. So if you end up supporting us on Patreon, you'll get on our list. It's at 96 people right now.
97.
97, even though okay. We're going to see if we got any new ones that have come in so far because we will update the list. Nobody new has come in.
I think Terrence Brown just registered for the Oktoberfest.
Ooh.
First person.
The Whiskey Fest. The Whiskey.
Let me see because I just got a PayPal payment notification. Let's see what he bought because it should by the totals. He is. Terrence Brown is the first person to buy tickets.
Terrence, we will have a dram with you in October at the Whiskey Fest. Wichita, Kansas. Woohoo!
Okay, now you got to be quiet for a second so I can ask Siri. Hey, Siri, generate a random number between 1 and 97.
I so wanted to say something there.
That would be 63.
63.
60. It still works, by the way. See, he was like, I think you messed it up.
Patreon supporter 63 is
so far I'm on beta
Blissful Mr. D.
Blissful Mr. D
gets a bumper sticker. Good job.
Woo! I was like,
give me a black shirt.
You're already mad at me. You're already mad because Siri picked up what the extra stuff. Look at that. Right quicker. It's downtime. Downtime. Oh, you had to blow on it too. There you go.
Sharpie
I think it's fine.
Better.
Yeah.
Sharpie dries quicker.
We got it.
Blissful Mr. D.
All right, where are we at? 10:30.
Hang with us because we'll also give away the coins from each episode.
Right.
And we actually picked up a sponsor. Someone volunteered to pay for the coins we give away.
Yeah.
But remain anonymous. They didn't want
want anything else.
Nope.
We'll take that. That was their idea. We didn't even ask.
Yeah.
They said, are you giving away coins again during the 12 hours of boom like you did last year? Yes. They said, I will sponsor X amount of those coins.
Lana Lou, go to scotchtestdummies.com. Under the event is October Whiskey Fest. We got a page set up. It is active. Terrence Brown just became the first person to buy tickets. Richie Z, there is a 2018 12 Hours of Boom t-shirt available. It should be up on our website under the t-shirt section. Go there. If not, we just posted it. Sometimes it does take them an hour or two to get it uploaded. We uploaded it before about 9 o'clock this morning.
Did you still have a still picture of that we could show them so they can see it? Basically says boom, and it's a real cleaned up, austere version of our 12 hours of boom. Because some people are going to want to see it.
You know, it'd be quicker to do this.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The whole point of it is you can only get these shirts while we're doing the boom. And I got to tell you, you're going to want to wear one of these boom shirts if you want it when you come to the October Whiskey Fest. Here it comes. Here it comes. Bam. Look at that. So that's the shirt right there. It's got our little stamp on it. And then it's got a real just clean underneath there. Wow. Tom R's in.
Jeffrey Lewis just bought 2 tickets to both.
Wow.
And Douglas Crissope bought something as well.
I got a feeling that's going to blow
Jason
up.
Coates. Maybe we weren't ready.
Yeah, we weren't ready. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Yeah, right. Jason Coates just bought tickets as well.
We need a cowbell, baby. Cowbell. Tom R's in.
Jeffrey Lewis bought 2 tickets to both events. Thank you, Jeffrey. Douglas Crissope to both events. He bought a bumper sticker and a hat.
Go.
We're gonna.
Yeah, that's gonna blow up. That's gonna blow up. We didn't overdo it. Woo! Tom R. He's 1/24th of the way through the madness, baby.
We are 1/24th of the way.
Well, so is he.
Yep. Well, that's true.
There you go. I think it applies.
People at home though could take a nap if they happen to. That is true.
They could go. You know what? I can't do the full madness. Yeah. Is Bart done talking yet? Is he done? Oh my God. Oh, I almost cursed. Look at the hat. Look at the hat he's got on now. Oh my. What's he wearing?
Okay,
now?
Let's do. We need a trivia question for coin 312.
Woo! We got to sign
it. It's got to be something. Yep, these will be signed as well, initialed. What do you got? A silver one?
I got it. You want black on there?
Or you want it on? Which side do you want it?
Do it on the Droid, baby. Do it on the Android side. You want black on there? I'll match you. I need that one though. It's got a better point.
It's got to be something from the show. That's
entertaining. Come on, I kicked
out you started to hint about the person you asked their favorite movie.
Yes,
that person was Don Sutcliffe.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the question.
But what movie did you suggest or ask him if it was his favorite?
That's movie? A little bit inside baseball.
Yeah,
little
if
bit.
Anybody's watching knows that one. Wins coin 312.
By the way, whenever I irritate Scott, which is rare,
that's not very often. No,
whatever. He'll bring. I still can't believe what you asked Don.
Yeah,
because I asked Don, "What's your favorite movie?" And I don't think he was ready. He was there to talk about the exceptional whiskey that he had. Boom! All of a sudden, I'm asking about a movie. I like to know. And then I broke out the question. Could it be? Boom! Trivia question. And I think your heart palpitated just a bit.
Yeah.
You were like, do, but Don's a great guy. Because, yeah, I was having a little fun.
It wasn't Brokeback Mountain. Cowbell for Mark Broda.
Mark Broda. That is an awesome last
Scotch
name.
for Dummies. Thanks for tuning in, Mark. Thanks for the super chat.
You. I love Broda. You want to just hang with Broda.
Oh, they're Jesse Voisin.
What? What?
Jesse Voisin just got it. Well, it's good to go. We can save on shipping because this coin goes in the same package with the mark that coin 312 is Jesse Voisin. I've got a spreadsheet here as well. I'll track after the shows.
Yeah. Wow, pen's dying. Number 312.
Number 312 is Jesse Voisin. Now we got to give away coin 311 to one of our Patreon supporters.
Watch that be whatever Voisin's number is. Wow. Boom, on Golden Pond. So we got to tell the rest of the story. So I asked Don, hey, Don, what's one of your favorite movies? You know, what is it? You know, Deer Hunter? What is it? What could it be? And he had this pause, and there was some downtime. Do I tend to fill a void if it's quiet?
Sometimes.
Generally, I will fill said void. So I said, on Golden Pond? And he said no. And then over here, he was like, God, what? And I'm getting like kicked under the table. What the hell? I'm like, what? And then I go, my mom loves that show.
I know.
And then he was like, God
That
dang,
doesn't make it
you
better.
doubled it down. I'm like, Grandma loves it too. And he was like, son, shut the mouth. Be quiet and quit saying words from your mouth. I'm like, what? Grandma enjoyed that
okay,
show.
so we got to do the Patreon coin. JC is asking, how do you find out your Patreon number? We don't put those out. We got a list. The problem is just like today, some people's cards are declined, or if they drop, I have to delete them off of the list, and then everybody gets moved up.
Yeah.
So unless you're Mark Pixler, who's number one,
right? Mark knows his number. He was the first guy that was our Patreon supporter.
Your number, well, I mean, I suppose his number can't
shift.
change unless he drops.
Which he could.
So, but people are constantly moving up.
We've even had people
So,
drop and then
now,
come back.
I mean,
So,
like
whatever.
Since JC asked,
Now you're gonna,
if I can find it.
that's going to open up a Pandora.
Well, yeah, that's true. Everybody will want to know what their
I
number
wouldn't
is.
even do it. You've just said we don't put out the
Hold
number
on,
because the
let's
number
ask Siri.
changes.
Hey Siri, generate a random number between 1 and 97.
Random number between 1 and 97 is 86.
86.
Boom. 86. So this is coin 311.
Oh, that's going to the Whiskey Tribe. We'll let Daniel know when he's on the show the next time.
He just got him a coin, and my pen ain't
Whiskey
working
Tribe
out.
is one of our Patreon supporters.
Yes. Yes.
And write their number Patreon number 86 on there as well. So just so, because before we were like, didn't they already? Oh no, we'll remember the names, I'm sure.
Well, you don't want to give out them twice. You want to share the wealth, right? We talked about that. Or could someone win
Patreons.
something twice? In
Not
Patreon?
if we're giving away bumper stickers
Okay.
and all that stuff. I think Patreons can win twice.
Gotcha.
And somebody else just bought, Amy Woody just bought tickets.
Amy.
2 tickets. Thank you, Amy.
It's going to be a fun time. What are you looking at? You're looking at our time? We got about 5. No, we got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we sold a coin. I was just looking. We had that notification come in.
Good, good. I'm just
okay.
seeing.
So we need the initial 311. This is. Did you write 311 on there?
I
Yep,
do.
you got coin
311, 86. I don't know what that was. It's going to the
86.
86. It's going to the Somme.
We can take that down there. We are going. They invited us and a couple of others to their distillery opening in August.
Woo!
August 25th. I want to say it's the 24th or the 25th. We're going to Austin. So we can take their coin to them then.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Well, we could mail it.
It'd save us 47 cents. Or actually, the coins are $2.60.
Wow. Yeah, we better save it. We can't afford that. Jesse, I'll be buying a Boom shirt to save on the postage. Well, that'll come from that comes directly from a vendor.
Jason Whiskey Wise is here. He's in London.
Yes.
And he's going to try to be here for the whole thing. We actually started a little bit earlier. Last year, we started at noon.
Yeah.
We decided to start at 10. One is does work. I mean, we're getting done at 10 p.m. instead of midnight.
Sure.
But it also gave a couple more hours to our European watchers.
We had a lot of our European fans saying, hey, man, pretty much stayed up till 3 in the morning and then tuned out. And they really wanted to see the finale, but they couldn't stay up that late. It's like me staying up to catch Santa when I was a kid. Never worked out.
Know Your Whiskey has a comment. He says, so why did you folks start the 12 Hours of Boom? He says, I'm a YouTube noob. Know Your Whiskey. We'll have to check out your channel.
Yep.
Why did we start the 12 Hours of Boom?
Well, I can give you my first is, I've got a board game background. Got a board game show. We won't go into that here. And I've got a buddy who's huge on YouTube, the Dice Tower. And I told Scott, they do a 24-hour live thing where they're playing games live, and it's just a rolling, fun exercise. Can we do it with whiskey? And you were like, yeah, we can do it. And then we actually thought, dang, can we really do it? That's 12 hours. And then you went Scott is the fixer. You're like, what if we had guests and we rotated guests in every hour? I'm like, what did I say? That sounds hard.
Did I come up with that?
Yeah, that was you. Yeah, I had the general concept, and you're like, "What if we went one better?" And I'm like, "I don't know if we can get better than that." You're like, "Well, what are we? We can't just be us for 12 hours. Who wants to see manga shirts?" Boom. You were like, "Let's take our live shows that we do on Sunday with a guest, combine it in, have a whole a la carte, a cavalcade of guests." And 12 Hours of Boom was born.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to
well, and we had started the live streams, and we had this list of people we wanted to do live streams with. And I was like, you know what? If we did that, we could knock out a lot of these, bring in more people, a variety of topics.
Sure.
You know, look at today. We've got an author, a doctor, yeah, right. Which was new.
Yeah.
I said we said, why don't we bring in a doctor and let's talk about the effects of alcohol.
Other whiskey tubers.
A couple of whiskey tubers. We've got a couple of brand ambassadors.
Whiskey sommelier.
A cocktail maven.
We're going to do a whole cocktail deal.
Whiskey Tribe is joining us. So
Instagrammer, Scotch Trooper does these incredible photos that combine Star Wars and whiskey. I love it. We both love Star Wars. So yeah, that's where it was born. That was the idea.
Yep. And second, and actually when we started last year on the first one, I was like,
add Mel Troa.
Mel is back.
Mel
Basement
is
Drammer.
Back, baby. The Basement Drammer's back. Put him on the list.
He'll be number 98. Ooh, who's going to be 100?
Mel is back in the house, baby.
Mel was doing reviews. He had to stop for a while.
Things got
known
busy.
as the Basement Drammer.
Yep, things got busy.
I don't know if he's planning on coming back or not.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
A couple weeks ago, I decided to shave my head. It had been a while. And it was brought up, I should have waited until today, and we could have had like a challenge. Like if we get so many Patreon supporters, so many subscribers, so many super chats, then I would shave it. So we said, well, maybe we do that with Bart's head.
My hair is already in retreat. I'm afraid if I actually shaved it off, my hair would be pissed. They'd be like, screw you. We ain't coming back. It would be over. They're like, we've been holding on. We've been fighting a good fight. And now you do this to us.
Lana just bought tickets.
Woo! I thought you were encroaching on me.
I was.
Scott was watching some of our old shows, and apparently I used to like physically encroach and push him to the side of the frame.
Everyone, he wanted to hog the camera. He'd like work his way in front of me, out to the side, push me out.
I'd be shadowing him. I'd be like, what's going on? What are you doing over here?
Final thought. Someone wants to know on the ton 1509 batch 4. Will I hunt this one down? I don't think so. I know the price point on it. I've got the batch 3. It's pricey. It's good. Sam is in here tuning in. Sam Spears. He even liked the batch 3 a little bit better than the batch 4. And I think it is. It's a little bit richer. It seems a little bit more aged. I think it is. I think this one has some younger whiskeys in it than the batch 3 had.
Really?
It's still good though. Rough score is, 92, 91, 92, somewhere in there.
I refuse to score on such short tastings.
That was the deal with last year. You wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you were like, oh, this is unbelievably good. I'm like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I wasn't it was good, but I wasn't over the top on it. And you're like, you got to score it. I'm like, I ain't scoring it. You're like, do it. And there was all this peer pressure, and I just shrugged off the peer. What are you doing? You're checking out your scalp? You did make it shine.
V-Rich said the tan is starting to even out. Yeah. But I've done it. You have to be gentle and cautious with it. I literally 15, 20 minutes at a time, go out, get some sun on work.
I always figured you looked like a Lobot. Looked like you'd remove
10:44. We are coming up on the 45-minute mark. We've done our giveaways.
Yes. We've got a brand new Patreon.
What I wanted to do was suggest, if I remember this each time,
I'm going to call our cable provider, make sure we're zinging.
We'll do a speed check.
Yep.
Each show I want to just kind of mention, I think, a couple. I know we won't get everybody mentioned, but I've got a list here of some other channels for you guys to check out.
Okay.
Check out Rob over at Whiskey in the Six and Top Whiskeys.
Okay.
We've got Top Whiskey. We've done several live streams with Rob, Whiskey in the Six. I've got an email out to Top Whiskeys. They've agreed to come on and do a live stream with us at some point. They're doing a great job, great editing, great cuts.
Well, and the whiskey world is really expanding. So, I mean, just check out the shows. We try to keep whiskey fun. We're also big supporters on try a lot of different things. Open up your palate. Try it. Well, Japanese is getting expensive now, but
yeah. Don McClure is just tuning in. What's up? We're getting ready to shut her down on this one.
Down right now. We got some housekeeping. We'll be back in
15 minutes with episode 2. Woo! Daniel Whittington from the Whiskey Vault will be joining us, and we'll be drinking Glengoyne 12-year.
That sounds good. And Daniel also believes in keeping whiskey fun.
They do.
They keep it real fun.
Yep, those magnificent bastards.
Solancha.
Dummies.
Scotch It.